Now, the talk that I have prepared for you today is a very wide subject. So I'm going to talk for about 40 minutes or 45 minutes, and then after that, I would appreciate if you would ask me questions so that you can get from it whatever you need.
今日同各位做嘅分享呢，就係個主題係好廣闊嘅。咁我哋會傾40零分鐘啦，之後呢就好歡迎你加入一齊討論啦。
I'm going to start by telling you my own story.
開始嘅時候講下我自己嘅故仔先啦。
Some time ago, I went to the doctor for a checkup, and after just a normal checkup, and I felt totally fine, I was diagnosed with having cancer.
冇幾耐之前呢，我就去接受醫學檢查啦，身體檢查。檢查完之後，我覺得我自己乜都冇事嘅，但係醫生就話俾我聽呢，我有咗癌症。
The doctor told me that I had a tumor, but I didn't feel sick. I didn't feel anything wrong with me.
醫生呢就話我有個腫瘤，但係我一啲都唔覺得舒服，冇乜周身都冇唔妥，覺得好掂嘅。
So after they took many tests and they took the scans, they told me that I had a malignant tumor, and they told me the only way to cure it is through chemotherapy and radiation. 咁
醫生呢就斷定我呢就有一個惡性瘤，咁我哋話呢有一個辦法就係用化療，再加電療。
Now I decided at that point that I did not want to take chemotherapy and radiation, because I believe that if something is poisonous for your body when you are well, why would you take it when you are sick?
嗰陣時呢，我即刻就感覺到我好唔想做化療，好唔想做電療，因為我嘅諗法就係、如果好人好者嗰啲嘢都會毒親你嘅。當你唔掂嘅時候，再用啲咁毒嘅嘢呢，一定係唔會有好處。
My best friend had cancer, and I had watched her die. And the truth is, she did not die from the cancer, she died from the treatment.
咁呢，我有一個好朋友呢，佢生癌，佢死咗。最慘嘅就係呢，佢唔係因為癌症而死咗，佢就係死於人哋同佢做嗰啲電療、化療。
The treatment was much more cruel to her body than the cancer was.
咁呢電療、化療呢，就對佢嘅身體嘅殺傷力好大，令到佢好慘。
So I had actually decided that I would, if I was going to die, I would rather die from the cancer than from the treatment.
咁呢，我就決定咗呢，就係話一於唔做，我寧願呢，就係我死於癌症，就唔想死於電療、化療。
Now, in my understanding, any illness is caused by a toxic overload in your body.
根據我嘅理解呢，人病呢，就係因為身體裏邊積埋嘅毒素太多。
So the first thing I had to do was to remove the toxic overload, the toxins from my body.
所以病咗呢，我第一件事要做嘅呢，就係排晒嗰啲毒出嚟先。
So I became a total vegan.
所以呢，我就完全素食啦。
I didn't take any animal products, no eggs, nothing. Before the illness, I was semi-vegetarian. I used to eat fish and some dairy. I never ate red meat. But after the diagnosis of cancer, I became totally vegan.
我未病之前呢，都係半素食嘅。嗰陣時我都食啲海鮮啦，又會飲啲牛奶啊咁樣啦。但係一病咗呢，我就完全乜都唔食啦，唔食呢啲嘢啦，唔食蛋，唔食奶，唔食肉，唔食海鮮。
Now, my belief is that if my body created the illness, it created the cancer, my body can also reverse it.
我有咁嘅信念咧，就係我嘅身體會搞出有癌症咧，我身體一定會可以復原嘅。
So I started to feed my body healing foods, tonics, clean, chemical-free, clean food, totally vegan food, pesticide-free. And today, not only have I completely cured the cancer, I'm healthier than I've ever been even before I was diagnosed.
咁我於是咧就令到自己嘅身體淨係食到最乾淨、完全冇化學物質嘅食物，同埋對身體最補嘅食物。 咁經過咗一段時間呢，我而家身體不但只係冇咗嗰啲癌症，而且咧就係健康過未診斷嗰陣時。
My doctors were shocked, my friends were shocked because everybody thought I was crazy at that time when I said I don't want to take the chemotherapy or the radiation.
咁我嘅醫生咧就唔肯相信，覺得好震驚。我啲朋友咧都覺得好震驚，因為佢哋覺得我好癲嘅。病咗嘅時候又唔做化療，又唔做電療，冇可能嘅。
So today it is my belief that you can cure anything if you bring your body back to its natural state.
咁而家咧，我真係相信咧，就係只要你將個身體恢復翻自然嘅狀態咧，不論任何嘅病咧，佢自己都會好嘅。
Our bodies are made to heal, created that way. If you cut yourself, the cut will heal even if you do nothing about it.
我哋嘅身體咧係有自我痊愈嘅能力㗎。不論你有乜嘢病咧，譬如你戒親隻手啊，咁樣有個傷口咧，佢係自己會復原嘅。我哋嘅身體設計就係咁樣嘅。
You do not need to go see a doctor to heal a cut. It will just heal by itself, and that's the way your body is made.
戒損咗隻手咧，有傷口咧，你唔使去睇醫生去搞掂佢嘅，佢自己就會好返㗎啦。
That means that our cells are programmed to bring us back to wellness as long as we are in as close a natural state as possible.
咁即係話咧，我哋嘅細胞嘅設計就係咁嘅。只要你盡量令到個身體係回復翻自然嘅狀態咧，你個身體細胞咧就會自己搞掂晒所有嘅問題嘅。
And when I say bring yourself back to as natural a state as possible, it means to start removing all the toxins and all the things, all the stresses in your life.
咁我話令到個身體恢復翻最自然嘅狀態，即係咩意思呢？其實就係將所有嘅毒素排晒佢先。
If, for example, you are finding that you are not healing, it means you have not brought your body back to its most normal or natural state. For example, if you cut yourself with a knife, but you don't pull the knife out, you won't heal.
咁如果你病咗，硬係都病極都唔好咧，就證明你個身體仲未恢復翻自然嘅狀態。譬如舉一個例，你咧就用把刀戒親隻手，咁點解會個傷口唔復原咧？就係因為把刀你都冇掹出嚟，仲留喺個傷口裏邊。
So what I want to talk about today is about bringing our bodies back to its natural state.
所以今日我想同各位分享個主題咧，就係點樣將個身體恢復翻盡量自然嘅狀態。
Okay. Now, the first thing is that every single illness after you are an adult is caused by only two things, and that is nutrition or stress.
咁咧，我想第一點指出嘅咧，就係如果你成年之後咧，各位個個都成年咗啦。你病咧一定係兩個原因，其中之一。第一個咧就係
nutrition
就係營養嘅問題。第二個咧就係你嘅精神太緊張、壓力嘅問題。
We are not talking about childhood illnesses or hereditary or any illnesses like that. If you have lived to be healthy till you're 25, 30, 35, any illness you get after that is purely due to your lifestyle, which is nutrition or stress.
咁咧，如果你係仲係細路嘅時候咧，有啲病可能係遺傳得嚟嘅。但係如果你係25歲、35歲之後嗰啲病咧就唔係啦，梗係因為你生活方式唔妥所造成嘅。即係頭先我哋講嗰兩樣嘢，營養有問題，或者你實在係精神壓力太大。
A lot of people like to think that if they have a serious illness like cancer or something, that it's fate. But I don't like to believe that it's fate. If you say it's fate, it means you don't have the control. If I say I did it, that means I can undo it. 咁咧，
好多人咧病咗咧，尤其是係重病咧，都係話呢條係我條命命中注定嘅。咁我就唔肯信呢樣嘢，因為你如果話條命嘅時候咧，你即係話我自己係無能為力，唔關我事，我都醫唔好噶啦。但係事實上咧，我相信所有病都自己醫得翻好嘅，所以就唔好賴條命啦。
Because It's not fate that puts the packet of cigarettes in your hands. It's not fate that brings the alcohol into your mouth. It's not fate that makes you eat those deep-fried foods.
嗱，因為咧唔係條命令到你揸住口煙去食嘅，唔係條命咧令到你飲酒嘅，唔係條命咧令到你去食炸薯條嘅。
These are our choices.
你食煙飲酒食啲煎炸嘅嘢咧，係你自己選擇食嘅。
Now, this is why I believe that all illnesses in adulthood are self-created.
我話人成年之後，所有嘅病咧都係自己搞出嚟，就係咁嘅意思。
Now, before I talk some more about nutrition, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about stress. What exactly is stress?
咁我哋一陣間咧就會講營養啦。而家想同各位介紹一下，究竟所謂壓力緊張係乜嘢嚟嘅咧？
Stress is a very big word. If you have problems at work with your boss, that causes you stress. If you have problems at home with your spouse, your in-laws, your children, that causes you stress. If you don't have enough money to pay the rent or the mortgage, that causes you stress.
嗱，壓力咧係好多唔同嘅情況嘅嚇。如果你同個 boss 關係唔好，個 boss 會令到你覺得好緊張，好多壓力。如果你同屋企人、你同太太、先生或者細路嘅關係唔好，你又會有好多嘅壓力。如果你冇錢交租，或者同周圍其他嘅人唔妥咧，你又會好緊張，好多壓力。
So now it's not possible for us to have a completely stress-free life, but there's many things we can do. Now you imagine a Hong Kong lifestyle where you don't have enough money to pay the mortgage, you have problems with the children, you don't like your job, and on top of that you're eating deep-fried fast foods, you're having poor nutrition, no time to drink water, no time for supplements. That is a recipe for illness.
嗱，喺香港做人咧就冇乜可能咧完全冇壓力嘅。嗱，不過你諗下，如果你同周圍啲人關係已經唔好啦，如果你又冇錢交租啦，如果你係樣嘢都覺得好唔掂嘅，而喺呢個情況之下，你仲去食一啲煎炸嘅對你身體好唔掂嘅嘢，你唔去食一啲對你身體有益嘅嘢咧，咁你就肯定會病㗎啦。
Now what stress does is that it causes you to release a chemical from your mind into your body, and these chemicals are toxic, and that causes the toxic build-up in your body, which then also strains your immune system, which has to clear the toxins out of your body. 當你好緊張、好大壓力嘅時候咧，你個腦咧就會分泌出一啲好毒嘅化學物質。呢啲好毒嘅化學物質咧，久而久之咧就會積晒喺你全身嗰度，所以你成身都好毒啦。就係因為你身體長期咁毒啦，咁你嘅免疫功能受到影響，所以你先至會病。And then if you are taking poor nutrition, imagine if you are having French fries and burgers and that is your normal meal every day, and your body is working hard to get the vitamins and the nutrition from this food, but there is no vitamins and nutrition, then you're not feeding your body also. 嗱，你想象下，如果你喺咁差嘅情況之下，仲食埋啲令你個身體壓力更加大嘅嘢，譬如你食漢堡包啦，食薯條啊，或者係食其他煎炸嘅嘢，咁你個身體咧就需要盡量諗辦法去吸收一啲有益嘅營養、維他命啊咁樣。而頭先我哋講嗰啲咁嘅食物咧，就係冇乜維他命、冇乜營養嘅，於是你個身體咧個情況就一定好慘啦。So slowly your body starts to take the nutrition from your hair, from your nails, from your skin. So when somebody is stressed out, you find the hair is falling out, skin becomes poor. 喺咁嘅情況之下咧，收唔到足夠嘅氧咧，佢就只有喺你嘅身體各部分係抽掉啦，尤其是你嘅頭髮啦、你嘅指甲啦、腳甲啦，同埋你嘅皮膚。所以一個人係壓力好大嘅時候咧，大家都知啦，就會甩頭髮啦，皮膚就好醜樣啦，啲指甲亦都會有症狀啦。So what I tell any of my clients who have a lot of stress, the first thing to do is to support your body nutritionally. 所以啲人揾我求助咧，我啲客咧，我就話俾佢聽，如果你一有壓力好大嘅時候，第一件事要做嘅就係保證你嘅身體吸收到足夠嘅好嘅營養。When the body can't take any more vitamins from the nails and the hair, it then starts to take it from the organs, the liver, the kidneys. That's when the big problems come.
嗱，你個身體咧吸收唔夠營養咧，就要由頭髮啊、指甲啊嗰度皮膚啊嗰度抽掉啦。如果去嗰啲都抽掉晒之後咧，再揾唔到啦，咁身體咧就向你內部嘅器官，即係肝啊、臟啊嗰啲地方嗰度抽掉啦。咁於是咧問題就好嚴重啦。
Now, when you eat the wrong foods, your body has to do two things. First, it is struggling to find the vitamins and the nutrients in these foods, and there aren't any, so your body's not getting any. Secondly, it has to work to then get those toxins out of your body. Like if you have coffee and alcohol, they have no nutrition. So when your body is working, trying to find the vitamins, there aren't any. So your body is not getting. Then it has to work to then get the toxins out of your body.
嗱，你食啲對你身體有害嘅嘢咧，其實咧就出現兩個情況嘅。第一咧就係你嘅身體會好辛苦咁樣企圖去揾一啲營養去吸收，但係咧嗰啲嘢係冇乜營養嘅，譬如咖啡啦，譬如飲酒啦，咁咧你個身體就要好努力咁樣去搏命吸收唔到啦。仲有咧就因為嗰啲食物就好多毒素嘅，咁身體又要用出好大嘅精力咧去排晒嗰啲毒素出去。
So in order to treat your body well and to give it nourishment, to give it a rest, you have to feed it good, clean fruits and vegetables, pesticide-free, toxic-free fruits and vegetables, so that it gets the nutrition without working very hard.
所以咧，身體唔掂嘅時候咧，應該做嘅嘢就係食一啲水果啦、蔬菜啦、瓜類嗰啲，尤其是咧就係完全冇化學污染嘅時有機嘅食品，咁樣你個體咧先至可以用最唔使咁辛苦咁輕鬆嘅方法吸收到你應該有嘅營養。
Now, that's the best thing you can do in terms of nutrition. Now let's talk a little bit about what you can do about the stress.
嗱，頭先咧我哋就講緊營養嘅問題啦，而家又講下啦。如果你真係壓力咁大，咁我可以點呢？
Stress is totally in the mind. It's totally in the head. And anything that feels bad is called stress.
嗱，壓力係咩呢？壓力咧就唔係其他嘢，全部都係你自己諗出嚟嘅，腦邊你個心裏邊嘅嘢嚟嘅。任何嘢令你唔開心嘅嘢咧，都係壓力。
Now I understand that for a lot of people, if you have some problem in your life, whether it's with your work or somebody in your family, you can't change that immediately. You can't quit your job because you have bills to pay. So we totally understand that.
我哋都明白咧，好多時我哋係唔可以能即刻解決我哋面對嘅問題嘅。譬如你打嗰份工啦，你嘅事業有問題啦，或者你屋企嘅關係家人有問題啦，咁你都唔可以即刻將個問題解決到嘅。
So what I ask people to do is to try and find other things to focus their minds on. One thing that's very good for your mind is meditation. I'm sure you all know.
咁咧，於是咧我就教我啲客就係喺咁嘅情況之下，你就應該轉移你嘅注意力，就唔好成日諗住嗰啲嘢。咁其中有一個最好嘅方法咧，就係做靜心啦。
It's very important that you find a time every day, maybe about 20 minutes every day, where you can sit and just clear your mind like I did earlier and let every problem and every stress and everything just go and pretend it's not there.
嗱，咁最好咧就每一日可以抽到20分鐘出嚟，坐喺度乜都唔好做，乜都唔好諗，等你個身體諗起嗰啲嘢，等佢出晒嚟，等你覺得好靜，好似頭先我哋咁樣做咧，就會對你好好嘅。
Another thing that's very good for you, but many people don't have time for this, is yoga.
咁另外一樣好好嘅就係做瑜伽啦，咧都話自己冇時間。
The reason why yoga is very good is because it has a lot of connection.
咁點解瑜伽咁好咧？就係因為有心靈嘅聯繫。
When you do yoga, what happens is that a lot of the toxins in your body that we were talking about from the bad food you eat, the toxins, they get moving and they actually come out of your system faster.
咁啊做瑜伽有好多好處嘅，其中之一咧就係頭先我哋提到嗰啲咁嘅毒素積埋啦，就可以喺你做瑜伽嘅時候排晒出嚟，喺個身體裏邊咧就跟住個循環系統咁樣流，然後咧就排啦。
And also yoga calms the mind the way meditation does. So you are doing two things at once.
仲有咧就係做瑜伽嘅時候咧，你個心咧就靜咗啦。咁所以咧就係買一得二，你兩樣咧都可以得到。一方面你個心靜，第二方面咧又排到毒。
Now, if people feel that they don't have enough time for yoga or they don't have enough time for meditation, the one thing that I tell them to please try and make time for is to go out and have fun with your friends.
咁如果有啲人話猛咁話自己又冇時間做靜心，又冇時間去做瑜伽咧，咁我就會建議佢啦，快啲搵啲時間去同你啲好朋友做啲開心嘅嘢。
We need to have a very good support group of friends or family, people who we feel very comfortable with, who we can laugh and enjoy and be ourselves with.
我哋個個咧都需要有一啲好嘅朋友喺身邊嘅，可以一齊玩一齊傾，有咩事咧佢哋會支持你，你可以一齊喺度癲下。
Now, earlier I said to you that when you have stress, you release a chemical in your body which is toxic.
咁頭先咧就我講過咧，就係話當我哋有壓力嘅時候咧，我哋身體就會分泌出一啲有毒嘅物質，嗰種化學物質咧就係腎上腺素。
Did you know that when you are happy and when you laugh, you release another chemical in your body, which is like a tonic, a healing tonic for your body, which cannot be from any medicine or chemical shop.
咁可能你有冇聽過咧？就係當你好開心、好忘我嘅時候，你個大腦又分泌出另外一種化學嘅物質，呢種又叫內啡肽，係一種嗎啡嘅物質。呢種物質咧，令你嘅身體全身都掂晒，但係周圍你去邊度都買唔到嘅。
So it's very important for you to have a certain amount of time, even if not every day, at least every week, twice a week, where you can be happy and you can laugh and be very comfortable.
所以咧，就算你幾大壓力都好啦，幾忙都好啦，至少一個禮拜都要有2次，等你自己咧可以開懷大笑，覺得好輕鬆，同你好舒服嘅人喺埋一齊。
Even if you tell me that you have no friends, I will say go rent a funny video and go and sit and watch and laugh.
如果你話俾我聽，你真係一個朋友都冇啦，我就會叫你去租一啲電影嚟睇，租一啲笑片喜劇，笑一大餐懵嘅。
Now, what I'm going to talk to you about is those times when you are really feeling stressed out and you want to change your focus, because that's another exercise which I think is very useful.
而家咧就想向各位介紹一個好嘅練習，係你覺得真係壓力好大，你可以試下咁樣做一次簡單嘅靜心。
No matter what it is that's causing you stress, whether it's because you don't have enough money or whether your health is poor, whatever it is, what you have to do is for that moment when you are feeling that stress, change your focus from what is actually happening to what you want.
呢個辦法好簡單，就係不論你嗰陣時覺得壓力幾大，不論係人際關係嘅問題，或者係冇錢嘅問題，或者係你健康嘅問題，咁你只要做嘅嘢呢，就係喺嗰一刻唔好諗嗰樣嘢，而係諗下有乜嘢好嘅結果，嗰樣嘢可以變成幾好。
In a way, this can be called positive thinking, but it's not exactly like positive thinking. For example, if you are feeling that, oh my God, how am I going to pay the rent? I don't have enough money again. Try and change your thinking to, oh, wouldn't it be good if I had more money? Wouldn't it be good if that suddenly I got a pay raise? And start imagining these things, because when you're in a better frame of mind, better things happen to you. You start attracting things.
譬如舉一個例，而家咧你就冇錢交租啦，你而家爭落人哋好多錢啦，咁你點算呢？咁你唔好掛住諗住嗰啲嘢，諗住自己幾慘，反為諗下 而家我突然間咧手頭好鬆，或者咧就係加薪啦，或者人哋俾錢我啦，或者係我發咗一筆橫財啦。嗱，當你咁樣諗嘅時候咧，你嘅思想嘅角度轉咗。當你轉咗呢個角度嘅時候，你就會吸引到一啲好運啦。你成日諗住啲好嘅嘢咧，啲好嘅嘢就會出現嘅。
If you are all the time stressed and unhappy, you will be attracting more things that cause you stress and unhappiness.
如果你成日都好緊張、好唔開心咧，你一路咁樣落去咧，你就會吸引搞出更加多唔開心嘅嘢，更加多令你緊張嘅嘢。
And I'm not asking you to lie to yourself and say, oh, the problem is not there, because you can't lie to your mind. What I'm asking you to do is acknowledge, yes, I have this problem, but wouldn't it feel good if I didn't have the problem? Wouldn't it feel good if I had more money? Wouldn't it feel good if I was very healthy? Just keep focusing on those things, and that is what you will attract.
我唔係叫你呃自己，我哋係呃唔到自己嘅。你唔可以呃自己話呢個問題並不存在，冇件咁嘅事。反為呢一個好嘅方法就係話俾自己聽係有呢個問題，但係呢個問題如果冇咗幾好呢？咁呢你一路諗住一啲解決咗嘅情況呢，咁你就會吸引到呢一啲情況出現㗎啦。你成日諗一啲好嘅嘢，啲好嘅嘢就會嚟。
When I was diagnosed with my illness, I didn't keep focusing on illness. I kept focusing on health.
嗰陣時醫生話我有病嘅時候咧，我就唔係成日諗住我個病嘅，我係諗住我自己冇病嘅時候幾好。
So every time I was taking my vitamins, my supplements, and when I was eating the clean food, I wasn't feeling in my mind, oh, I'm taking this because I'm sick. I kept feeling, oh, I'm taking this to be healthy. The feeling was very positive all the time.
咁嗰陣時咧，我就食好多啲補品啊，食好多好健康嘅嘢啦。但係我食嘅時候就唔係諗住話咧，如果我一路食咧，我就喺度會好噶啦。我就喺病咧就會走。反為我諗咧就係我一路食嘅時候咧，我一路好健康，我對個身體好好。咁樣咧就因為我嘅好積極嘅態度咧，成日諗住一啲好健康嘅情況咧，咁個病就好咗啦。
I feel if I can find the place to be positive, even when I have cancer, you can be positive no matter what. You can find that place and it will bring you out.
嗰次咧就令我明白到咧，如果你患咗癌症，你仲可以諗一啲咁積極嘅嘢咧，以後你嘅生命裏邊碰到任何嘅情況咧，你都一樣可以咁積極，咁一樣咧就會吸引到一啲咁好嘅結果。
The stronger your desire for something, the more chance that you will get it. So, for example, if you have poor health, if you have cancer, your desire for health is much stronger. If you are in debt and you've lost all your money, your desire for the money is stronger. But what you have to do is to always remind yourself, don't think that, oh, I am in debt or I am ill. Keep thinking, I really want to be there where the money is, or I really want to be well. So as long as you keep focusing on what you want and not what you have, you will feel a lot more uplifted.
我哋好奇怪嘅就係我哋嘅意志力咧越強咧，嗰啲嘢就越容易發生嘅。如果我哋係病嘅時候，或者我哋爭人好多錢，你成日諗住咧自己冇錢，自己冇健康咧，咁你就改變唔到情況嘅。反為你一路諗住，如果我健康嘅時候幾好，如果我嘅好多錢嘅時候幾好，你嘅意志力越強咧，就越容易問題解決嘅。
Okay. Now I'm just going to talk about 2 or 3 minutes more on nutrition, and then I can answer all your questions. What I mention is that everybody's now, recently, there's been more problems, more people are getting heart disease, cancer, osteoporosis, and the reason for this is that everybody's diet is becoming more and more poor.
我講多2-3分鐘關於營養嘅問題咧，就講完㗎啦。歡迎各位咧一齊討論。呢2-3分鐘我想講嘅營養問題咧，就係而家最近呢幾年咧，越嚟越多人係病嘅，病得好嚴重嘅。一係就癌症啦，一係心臟病，一係骨質疏鬆啦。其實咧有一個好最主要嘅因素咧，就係因為我哋食錯嘢，我哋食嘅嘢咧營養係好大問題。
Now, in America, America is one of the wealthiest countries in the world, and they have and they have the most abundance of food in the world, and yet they are still dying of cancer and disease and osteoporosis.
大家都知啦，美國係全世界即係最富有嘅一個國家，佢哋最多各式各樣嘅食物。係美國人呢，就好多咧係患上各式各樣嚴重嘅病，譬如心臟病啦，譬如癌症啦，譬如骨質疏鬆啦。點解呢？
And one of the diseases they suffer from is osteoporosis, which is a bone degeneration, which people suffer if they have a lack of calcium.
咁咧美國人其中一個最嚴重嘅病患咧就係骨質疏鬆啦。骨質疏鬆就係嗰啲骨就出現咗破壞嘅情況。咁個原因咧主要就係因為缺乏咗鈣。
But they eat the most dairy products and drink the most milk in the whole world. How lack calcium?
美國人咧就係食得最多牛奶類嘅產品，同埋飲得最多牛奶嘅。咁點解佢哋都會冇鈣質嘅咧？
And the reason for this is because they also eat the most junk food and meat. And these foods strip away the calcium from your body.
原來咧就係因為佢哋咧就食太多最多嘅垃圾食物，同埋食得最多肉，呢一啲咧令到你冇晒啲鈣質。
Soft drinks, carbonated beverages like 7-Up, Coke, all these drinks with gas, they strip away the calcium from your bones.
所有嘅汽水咧就會抽走晒你身邊嘅鈣質嘅。
So it's no use having calcium supplements, milk, and children drink milk for the calcium, and on the outside they're drinking soft drinks. 咁咧，
你話俾細路聽咧，就係話一方面一頭咧，你就話俾佢聽，一定要飲牛奶，一定要食好多嘅鈣片，等你吸收好多鈣。但係另外一頭咧，你就俾佢哋飲咁多嘅汽水，食埋啲垃圾食物咧，咁樣係完全冇用嘅。
Now, on the other side of the world, you have countries like Africa, India, the rural parts of China, where they are suffering the opposite kinds of diseases. America suffers from diseases of excess. The third world countries suffer from diseases of lack.
喺世界上另外一啲地區，譬如非洲啦，譬如印度啦，譬如中國內地有一啲農村啦，嗰啲人呢就生咗其他嘅病，呢啲病呢就同美國嗰啲咁嘅情況啱啱相反嘅，就係佢哋吸收得唔夠。
They don't have enough nutrition, so that children are all malnourished and they die from starvation.
咁喺呢啲地方咧，嗰啲人嘅食物又係唔夠營養嘅，咁啲細路咁樣咧就係死於營養不良。
So on one side of the world, people are dying from too much. On the other side, they're dying from too little.
咁咧就喺呢個世界上邊，一邊咧就有人營養過度，另外一邊咧就又有人營養不良。
So this is why I say it's very important to have a totally balanced lifestyle.
所以咧，我就認為咧，我哋生活嘅方式一定要非常之平衡，就係咁解啦。
And that's all I have. Thank you. And I'd like to open the floor to questions.
今日分享住咁多先，就歡迎各位而家提問。
Anita, I have two questions for you.
Sure.
Okay. The first one is, what happened to your cancer? Has it been cured?
Completely, yes.
Oh, good. 我問佢嗰個佢曾經有嗰個癌症咧，咁係醫好未嘅？咁佢咧就係醫好咗，係完全嘅。
Yeah.
The second question is, takes you how long to cleanse up your body by using your healthy way of eating and other sort of things?
It took me. Sorry, you want to translate that?
搞咗幾耐先至醫好個癌症？
It took me 12 months to cure the cancer, but I would never go back to eating the way I did before I got the cancer.
就經過咗12個月咧，我癌症完全好翻晒啦。但係好翻晒之後咧，以前食咁多啲唔妥嘅嘢咧，我以後都唔會食噶啦。
And on your first question, I just want to elaborate one thing. Normally, when people get diagnosed with an illness like cancer and they go see a doctor, what they are hoping for is to get their health back to before they were diagnosed. what I did was I got even better health than before I was diagnosed.
頭先你問第一個問題咧，我仲有啲嘢想補充嘅，就係一般人去睇醫生啦，醫生話佢聽，診斷咗話你有個病啦，佢哋就希望個醫生咧就可以幫到佢做咗嗰啲嘢，以後咧就恢復翻喺診斷嘅時候未有病之前嘅情況。但係我就唔同啦，我結果咧就係得到嘅病好咗，而且咧我嘅情況係好過嗰陣時以前嘅。
我有一個問題咧，就係話係對於佢呢個病嚟講咧，頭先你講嗰個癌症嚟講咧，信仰嚟講有冇一個幫助咧
？About your illness, you got recovered. What part did your belief or religious background played in the curing?
I would say it was not religion, but it was spiritualism, and I had to change my beliefs. So it's not religion, but I had to change my belief about illnesses and how to look at life.
唔係因為任何宗教嘅問題，而係咧，我要改咗我自己對於生命、對於疾病嘅一啲信念。咁我改咗嗰啲信念咧，就個病先至好嘅。
And it was 50%. I would say the cure was 50% from nutrition and detoxing, and 50% from changing my way of thinking.
我諗咧，我病好一半咧就係營養啦，同埋排毒啦，另外一半咧就係改變咗我自己一啲信念。
Thanks, Anita. Well presentation, I appreciate very much.
Thank you.
I'd like to say something about religions that our friend just asked us whether it helps or not. And what I can see, religion is some sort of tool to help you to change your thought or mind. So if you have a religion, of course that's good. If you don't have, doesn't matter, you just choose another one, something like what you said before. That's my comment on this religion.
我睇咧，即係宗教咧，其實係一種工具啫，即係唔好睇成咧宗教咧一種好神啊，好超象啊，即係唔得實際啊啲咁嘅嘢，或者心靈上嘅嘢，唔需要咁樣睇。即係宗教其實只不過一種方法，係令到你去改觀一啲嘢嘅，同埋改變嘅行為。咁同樣 Anita 頭先所講嘅嘢咧，其實嗰個模式咧都係好相近，不過你又唔叫佢做 religion 或者叫佢 yoga 咁解啫。咁所以其實呢個宗嘅定義咧係睇下你點樣去理解。如果理解錯咗嘅話咧，當然你之後諗嘅嘢都可能會錯咯。What I like to say about this is the curing of cancer. People are always misled by our modern world, these sort of physicians, PhD, doctors, okay? And then they want to pay the doctor and they get better health. I call this called money exchange.
Yes.
我咧即係如果醫癌症嗰樣嘢咧，其實咧係一個世界呢個世界觀一個錯誤嘅世界觀，就係我哋用一種方法，就係話我俾醫生，咁醫生咧就有方法咧就醫翻好我個病嘅，咁英文叫 money exchange， 即係交易，即係經濟上嘅交易。咁再講嘅話咧，就係嗰個醫生其實係一種交易。The doctor is also a money exchange. When he was educated in the medical school, he has to pay the time, the money, and the studies for getting the degree or recognition.
Yeah.
咁個醫生咧，其實咧都係一種經濟交易，就係佢喺醫學院咧都要學，咁要俾錢嘅，你唔可以唔俾錢，你要考試，呢啲都係投資嚟嘅。咁結果咧，佢就話我有一個身份咧係嚟醫你啦。So that is what I said is wrong because it's a sort of money exchange. But the health doesn't care about these things. Health is your body. 其實咧健康係你身體嘅事嚟嘅，就唔同錢冇關係嘅。咁但係啲人咧就通常咧係俾而家啲人咧，即係一啲報章啊或者啲聲譽啊，就去睇一等以為個醫生可以救咗佢。And that I think is because of the confidence. People lack or short of confidence or loss of confidence. 就係因為個人咧係冇晒信心啊，完全。咁點解有 religion 咧？就係因為佢有翻要攞翻個信心翻嚟。If we can get the confidence, then our health can be recovered. If we don't have the confidence,
then you will drop and lose your health and your life. That's what I think. OK。咁即係如果你能夠有一個信心嘅話咧，咁你個健康咧自然會翻嚟嘅。如果你冇信心嘅話，即係你睇嗰啲係負面嘅咧，其實咧你就好危險嘅，一個健康會越嚟越差。所以而家啲人咧其實唔係因為營養問題，唔係 stress 問題，係完全冇晒信心嘅。佢對食嗰啲嘢咧係冇信心。點解咧？譬如話頭先講呢個 nutrition 咧，即係營養咧，佢就話食素啊冇營養嘅喎。呢個唔係營養問題，佢缺乏咗個信心，對嗰個素食咧係冇一個信心喺度，所以佢唔食。當佢有咗信心嘅時候咧，佢就會食啦。People because they're short of confidence in the vegetables, vegetarians, so they always ask.Are there any enough nutrition there? Vitamin A or B12?
Yeah.
Such silly questions. But if they have confidence, then there shouldn't be any problems. After all, I just want to ask you, why should we do meditation? 我想問下佢點解我哋要做靜心
You brought up many good points actually in what you just said, because if you have confidence in yourself, you will have confidence in your body's own ability to heal.Doctors are very good in that they help you in an emergency. If somebody is just having a heart attack at that moment, sometimes they can help the person to come out of it. They're needed in accidents like that. But for something like prevention, doctors are not good. For some things like cancer, the statistics in medicine for cure is very, very low.
頭先你提出嘅幾點都非常之好嘅，其中有一樣就係咧，就係信心嘅問題。我哋對自己有信心咧，就自然會明白到邊啲嘢對自己好，就可以解決咗好多嘅嘢對自己所做嘅嘢。就醫生唔係話唔好，有好多時咧，醫生都幫到我哋做好多嘢，尤其是係喺緊急嘅情況。但係凡係講到預防嘅問題，凡係講到要啲重病，好似癌症呢，要醫翻好咧，醫生幫唔到我哋幾多嘅，主要都係我哋自己嘅自信心嘅問題。有自信心咧，就知道我哋嘅身體係真係可以自己令自己復原嘅。
Your question about meditation is a very good one, but my answer is very, very deep. So I hope that nothing is lost in the translation.
咁咧你提到話你問我乜嘢叫靜心嘅問題咧，咁我嘅問題我嘅答案咧就都幾深嘅，希望翻譯嘅時候咧就唔會漏咗好多嘢，翻譯唔到。
I believe all of us have an inner self and an outer self.The inner self is what you can call the spirit. It doesn't matter what religion you are, whether you are Buddhist or Hindu or Christian, it doesn't matter. But we all have a spirit which has come from somewhere and is going somewhere after we die.
我相信呢一個人呢就有外同埋內兩方面嘅。外邊咧有我哋嘅身體啦，裏邊咧就仲有一個精神嘅，嗰個精神或者叫做靈魂啦，或者你嘅宗教叫做咩嘢啦，都唔緊要。但係咧係有呢樣嘢咧係睇唔到、捉唔到嘅，就係我哋出世嘅時候就嚟咗我哋呢度，到我哋死嘅時候又離開我哋嘅。
I just want to ask you, from all of you, how many of you believe that we have a spirit or a soul inside our bodies?
咁想問一問各位咧，呢度有幾多人係相信自己係有一個精神嘅存在，或者係一個靈魂嗰類咁嘅嘢？請舉手啊。
Okay, nearly all of you. That's great.
差唔多個個都信啦，好啦。
Now, our bodies on the outside, all the time are thinking. We're stressed.We're thinking all the time about our work, our money, our rent, and the kids at school, and do I have to do this? Do I have to pick up the laundry? Do I have to cook the food? Do I have to go to the market?
你個身體咧成日掛住嗰啲嘢咧，都係好物質性嘅，又要掛住煮飯啦，掛住賺錢啦，掛住人際關係啦，掛住照顧我仔女啦，呢啲咁嘅嘢。
All this thinking is coming from our mind, which is part of our physical body. It's not coming from our spirit, our inside.
所有呢啲嘢咧，其實我哋掛住呢啲嘢咧，就係我哋嘅思想嚟㗎。咁呢思想咧，同我哋內嗰個靈魂精神嘅存在咧，係冇關係嘅，就唔係由靈魂嗰度嚟嘅。
Your spirit is your inner self. And sometimes if it needs to communicate with you, it can't because your mind is so noisy and cluttered.
咁你內在呢一個自我咧，其實好多時咧都想同你溝通，想俾你聽，但係咧就冇辦法，因為你個腦嘅思想就俾其他嘅嘢咧 搞住晒，醉咗，太嘈啦。
So when you meditate, you quiet your mind.
咁我哋靜心嘅時候咧，真係將個心靜咗，將我哋嘅思想咧就恢復翻去到一個冇嘅狀態。
There are many ways of meditating. People will tell you either focus on your breath or focus on a candle. But whatever it is, they always tell you don't think about anything. Release all your thoughts.
咁好多人教你用不同嘅方式去達到靜心嘅效果嘅。譬如咧，有啲人教你淨係專注你嘅呼吸啦，有啲人淨係望住蠟燭啦，咁係用一念去取代物，等你可以咧集中到。
During that gap, when your mind is quiet, your inner self is able to communicate your mind.
喺呢段好短嘅時間裏面，你個心即係你嘅思想停晒之後咧，你嘅內在咧就可以同你溝通啦。
And sometimes after you come out of meditation, you don't even realize it, but you have some new ideas or fresh way of thinking or a fresh way of looking at things. You don't realize that the wiser inner you has communicated with you.
咁咧，你結束你嘅靜心嘅時候咧，有時你都唔知道原來你得到多咗好多嘅智慧，或者諗通咗一啲問題，或者有咗解決嘅方法。你唔知道咧，原來係你嘅內在嗰個自我或者嗰個靈魂咧，係過咗料俾你嘅。
This is why people who meditate, their lives seem to work better for them, even though they don't realize this is what's happening. This is the reason why their lives are working better for them.
做靜心嗰啲人咧，佢做好多嘢都好掂嘅，佢嘅生命咧係好妥當嘅。佢哋未必知道，原來就係因為啲靜心嘅時候，係透過咁樣嘅過程咧，自己搞掂咗好多嘢。
So I hope this answers the question about meditation.
我希望即係頭先我咁樣解釋我對靜心嘅睇法，大家好滿意。Anita, there's one question which I would like to ask every one of my guests if I invite them. Okay, so I'm asking you this question now. The question is, why are you doing what you are doing? Implying that, tell us about your mission and your vision. What exactly are you doing in life at this point? What is the total balance coaching is, etc.
Okay, what I'm sorry.
Okay. 我想問 Anita 一樣嘢，就係而家佢喺佢嘅生命裏面，喺呢個階段，佢係做緊啲咩嘢？點解佢要咁做咧？佢嘅理想，佢生命嘅意義係喺邊度咧？咁佢而家做緊嗰一套嘢，就叫做 Total Balance Coaching， 就其實係咩嚟嘅咧？
Okay. Total Balance Coaching is my own business, which I set up so that I can talk to people. I talk to people one-on-one, but I like doing big talks like this because I want people to know that they don't have to struggle with life, that they can have any life they want to, and they just have to think about things differently, make some changes in their lives, but everybody can get what they want, and life does not have to be unhappy.
我而家做嘅嘢咧就叫 Total Balance Coaching， 就係完全平衡嘅輔導啦、指引啦。咁係咩嚟嘅咧？啲係我成立嘅一間公司，我平時同人哋做嘅一啲輔導工作。咁通常咧係單對單咁樣咧，度身訂做幫人嘅。但係亦都有時咧，好似而家咁樣咧，就會對大班人喺度即係俾一啲意見俾一啲指導咁樣。咁通常咧，其實就好簡單嘅啫，就係幫助嗰個人，等佢可以只要改變一啲自己嘅睇法、諗法、做嘢嘅方式、對世界嘅理解，咁咧佢嘅生命就完全改變咗啦。咁咧我就係去了解佢，就係單對單咁樣咧，去幫佢以後做嘢、諗嘢，再唔係一樣。
I see a lot of people who are struggling and unhappy, but I feel that it does not have to be that way because I actually believe that people create their reality by what they believe.
我見到好多人咧嚟揾我嗰啲人咧，佢哋一路喺度掙扎，一路好痛苦，一路好唔掂。其實咧，佢哋唔需要係咁樣嘅，只要佢哋改變咗一啲睇法咧，冚唪唥都會變晒。因為我相信境由心生，呢個世界係你自己建構出嚟嘅。
So if you can take the responsibility that you created your own reality, So even if you don't like what is your reality, you can change it to something that you do like.
只要你明白到境由心生，呢個世界你嘅現實咧係你自己搞出嚟嘅，自己建構出嚟嘅，咁你完全係可以改變構嘅方式去搞出一個完全唔同嘅世界，咁你就唔使慘啦。
So, was there anything else in the question?
I'd like to a little bit follow up. What led you to this road? You know, what were you doing before that?
Okay.
而家點解會走上呢條路嘅咧？之前係做緊啲乜嘢咧
？I actually started learning about coaching before I was diagnosed with the cancer. But after I got the cancer, it just changed the way I look at everything. Coaching is something that you learn. It's a distance learning course which is about 1 year long. And you learn the tools on how to empower people to lead better lives.
喺我未知道自己生癌之前呢，我係學緊做生命教練嘅。呢啲教練呢，其實就係可以有一個遙距嘅課程啦，你喺度讀，咁讀咗之後呢，你就知道點樣可以幫人哋運用一啲技巧一啲輔導嘅方式，令到佢哋嘅生命會改變。
Before that, I was always interested in doing something with people or something spiritual. I was always interested in that line of work. I was thinking of doing counseling, but I find that counseling can be a little bit draining, but I found coaching is very uplifting.
咁咧我曾經諗過咧係做輔導嘅，做輔導工作，但係我就發覺做輔導工作咧就令到自己越嚟越少咗精力。咁我反為咧做頭先我哋所介紹嗰啲生命導師咧，做呢啲導師嘅工作啦，就令到我覺得好提升，好越嚟越多精力。
When you do counseling, you tend to focus on the people's problems. When you do coaching, you focus on the solution and then you take the person forward.
咁咧個分別就喺呢一度啦。如果做輔導嘅時候咧，就一路集中去解決嗰個人嘅問題，但係做生命教練咧，相反咧就係一路去集中諗嗰個將來解決咗之後嘅情況。
Then when I got the cancer, I used my own coaching skills on myself.
咁我自己生咗癌之後咧，就用以前學到自己嘅輔導嘅技巧咧，嚟到去幫助自己。
And that's when I realized how powerful it is.
咁然後我先知道原來咧就真係個效力係好大嘅。
So that's why I'd like to share it with everybody.
所以咧就好樂意同各位一路分享。What does spirituality mean to you? 靈性生活係你點樣理解？Do you believe there's a God, there's afterlife?
Yes.
你信唔信係有一個造物主有個上帝就死後又有就翻嚟輪迴咁
？Yes, I believe there's God and afterlife. I believe I'm a very spiritual person. I was born a Hindu, but I don't follow the Hindu religion because to me all religions are the same.
我自細咧就係喺印度教嘅傳統嗰度大嘅，咁但係咧我就唔係特別覺我當然相信係有一個神造物主咁樣，我又相信會輪迴再生啦，但係我就唔覺得就唔中意實踐印度教，因為我覺得所有嘅宗教都係一樣，冇乜分別嘅。
So I do believe in God, and I believe in afterlife. I also believe in reincarnation, but I also respect people who don't believe in reincarnation. To be spiritual, you don't have to believe in reincarnation.
你有靈性嘅生活同埋信仰，唔係一定要相信有輪迴再生嘅。我自己相信，但有啲人唔信，我都尊重佢哋。
I believe all of us, all human beings on this earth are spiritual beings.
我相信呢個世界上所有人呢都有一個靈性嘅存在。And trees and insects,
trees, insects, animals,
and stones,
even stones.
包括咗昆蟲啦、樹木啦、草木啦，同埋石頭，都係有佢哋嘅靈性嘅精神。
I have to admit I love animals more than anything of people. I love animals, and that was the main reason I became vegetarian, because I love animals.
我真係好中意動物嘅，人又中意動物，亦都非常之中意，所以咧我就會食咗素就係咁解。
And I believe that all of us are spiritual beings, and I feel that all of us, if we connect with our inner self, we can all be much happier. And the people that are not happy are because they are disconnected with their true spirit, who they truly are, and they are lost in the outside exterior world and their exterior body and their mind.
所有開心嘅人咧，幸福嘅咧，都係能夠同自己內在嗰個精神靈魂咁樣咧，就係溝通翻。嗰啲唔掂嘅人咧，就係成日溝通唔到嘅，斷晒嘅聯絡，所以就搞成咁啦。
Those people who are not happy feel that the exterior world is more important than their true spiritual self.
嗰啲唔開心嘅人咧，唔幸福嘅人咧，都係覺得外邊嘅世界咧就緊要過自己裏邊。
And anything else I can answer for you?
Anita, I have some more words about this meditation. When I asked you about the why, and the answer is concerning with the spiritual, okay, and the body. 頭先我問佢係點解靜心嘅，咁點解我問佢呢個問題咧？咁第一就因為下一個星期我哋嘅題目咧都係講靜心。咁周兆祥博士又寫咗本呢啲咁嘅靜心書，咁即係嗰度有得買啦，大家知道啦嚇。咁所以我想聽聽佢個意見係關於靜心又係點咧？咁 because next week we will have a class of this meditation by Dr. Chow as well, and that's why I asked meditation. And I have my own answer too, and I want to discuss with you. That's why. 咁我有我嘅睇法咧，就係靜心究竟點解要做靜心咧？實在咧就係我覺得我哋每一日由朝到晚咧係冇停過，完全冇停過。就算你係瞓緊覺嘅時候，其實都係冇停過。你諗下，如果一部車24小時都喺度 run 緊嘅，唔俾佢停嘅，你會點咧？佢始終咧都會死火或者停低。但係你係唔知嘅，完全唔知嗰個狀態。We are working 24 hours or even 48 hours a day because we never stop, even though we are sleeping, because our mind is working. Even though our body is lying there, but our mind is very uncomfortable. We might have bad dreams. We think of the bad things. OK， 因為瞓緊覺嘅時候咧，你個腦咧根本咧係未曾安息過。所以一定要從呢個靜心嗰度咧，令到嗰個心咧係安心啲。咁嘅時候咧，你個身體咧先至可以回復你嗰個頭先Anita 所講嗰個狀態，即係嗰個 healing 嘅狀態。And then we have an opportunity for the mind to recover, because if we give the mind a little more time to take a rest, and then to do a recovery, and then it will go to heal any problems. Whenever or wherever your body has got it from outside world.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Yes,
true.
that's
yes.
what I thought. Okay, thank you.
Yes. So would you like me to elaborate on that? Yeah. That it's true that when we are sleeping, our bodies are healing, our minds, our bodies. That's why we need to sleep. This is why when you are not well, you need to sleep more, because your body needs to do more healing, to heal whatever that your illness or whatever is happening in your body.
冇錯咧，我哋瞓覺嘅時候咧，就係我哋嘅身體修復嘅時候，唔掂嘅嘢咧就搞翻掂。所以咧，我哋越唔舒服咧，就越需要瞓多啲嘅。瞓覺係好重要嘅。
So if you are stressed, if you are working long hours and going to sleep late and waking up early, you're not giving your body enough time to heal.
咁如果你平時工作係時間好長，尤其是係夜好夜先至瞓得，朝頭早好早又要起身，咁你嘅睡眠嘅時間係好短嘅，你係令到個身體冇足夠嘅時間去生機。
Some people take things like alcohol or too much coffee. This affects our mind while we're sleeping, so we don't go into full healing while we're sleeping.
有啲人飲酒啦，有啲人飲咖啡啦。呢啲嘢咧令到我哋瞓覺嘅時候咧，個腦都冇辦法好好地休息，所以咧就對身體係殺傷力好強嘅。
So the healthiest people are the ones who can have a full night's sleep of 8 hours. I didn't mention this earlier in my talk, but it is very important if you are stressed to give yourself complete sleep to allow your mind and body to heal.
頭先我開頭講嘅時候冇提到呢一樣嘢，不過呢樣嘢係好重要嘅，就係我哋個個人都需要瞓足8個鐘頭，而且瞓得非常之冧。尤其是如果係我哋壓力好大嘅時候咧，更加需要係瞓到足嘅。
So that was a good point that was raised.
頭先問得好 ，Anita, what is your picture of us people in Hong Kong compared to other communities, the Chinese in particular? 我想問Anita 咧，佢點樣睇我哋而家香港人嘅狀態咧？尤其是係即係中國人喺香港。
In Hong Kong, there's definitely a community of people like yourselves who are health conscious, but I find overall Hong Kong people, although I love them, they're wonderful people, but I find the life here more stressful than, say, Eastern community. But your diet is better. For example, your lifestyle is more stressful than, say, America or somewhere, but your diet is better than being in America.
咁香港咧，雖然有一啲好少嘅即係團體，好似呢一度咁樣咧，啲人就係關心健康，但係咧一般嚟講咧，香港人咧就生活壓力係好大，相對於西方嘅人嘅社會嘅圈子咧，香港人生活嘅壓力係大得多。但係咧，香港人嘅平均一般嚟講，佢飲食習慣咧都好過西方人。咁我哋食啲嘢咧就係冇佢哋差嘅。
Even though Americans eat a lot of junk food, they have a more relaxed lifestyle. They don't go to work on holidays. They finish work on time on weekdays. They have bigger homes. They have more space, and they spend more time with their families.
美國人啦，譬如啦佢哋就食得好差，食埋啲垃圾食物。但係咧，佢哋就冇我哋工作時間咁長啦。譬如星期六唔使返工啦，下晝夠鐘就返屋企啦。佢間屋又大過我哋啦，佢有多啲時間去就自己鬆下綁啦。
So from that point of view, I find that one of the reasons why Hong Kong people do not have as much illnesses as America is because at least the Chinese diet is still very healthy.
咁香港人即係仲未係好似美國人咁多病啦。我諗其中一個原因咧，就係香港人食嘅嘢咧始終都冇美國人食得咁差。
Hi Anita, could you tell me some kind of the book about the yoga? Because I want to know the yoga and I want to learn it. But in outside Hong Kong, so many ways to learn the yoga, but I don't know how to choose.
Yeah.
我想問一問 Anita 咧，就係話關於想學對瑜伽有興趣同埋想學瑜伽嘅，因為而家喺香港市面上太多途徑嘅唔同形式嘅瑜伽啦，但係我就唔知道點樣去選擇嘅。
It's true in Hong Kong there are many places to choose from for yoga, and one problem is that most of these places are very commercial.
香港冇錯，有好多地方可以學瑜伽啦，佢哋嘅即係各式各樣嘅情況都唔同。不過咧，就有一個問題就係咧，好多呢啲地方咧都非常之商業化。
There isn't a single place in Hong Kong that would give you the true yoga what I want to explain to you.
全香港咧都冇一度地方咧可以教到我哋真正而家我向各位解釋嗰種瑜伽。
Yoga is a part of Indian healing system called Ayurveda.
Yoga 呢瑜伽咧就係印度嘅一種醫治嘅傳統。
And when somebody goes to see an Ayurveda doctor for yoga, they will prescribe the exact yoga postures for your body, what your body needs to heal whatever illnesses you have.
咁喺呢種傳統咧，如果你去睇嗰啲咁嘅印度嘅醫生咧，佢哋就會為你度身訂造設計一啲做瑜伽嘅方式，正係啱你嘅身體而家嘅情況，等你醫好你自己嘅病，改善咗你身體嘅狀況。
Because yoga helps the circulation, it also cleans the toxins from your body. It helps your lymphatic system, your immune system, and as I said, it also calms the mind.
咁咧你做瑜伽嘅時候咧，一方面你就係身體各種嘅循環系統都會加強啦，尤其是係你嘅免疫系統啊咁樣。咁同另外一方面咧，就係令到你嘅心係靜咗嘅。
There is one yoga studio in Hong Kong called Planet Yoga.
咁咧就喺香港有一家教瑜伽嘅地方咧，就叫做 Planet Yoga。
The yoga instructors there, are very good. They're authentic Indian people.
嗰度教嗰啲導師咧都係好好嘅，佢哋都係真係印度人啦。
But unfortunately, like a lot of things in Hong Kong, they are very commercial because the people who run or own the place are business people.
咁但係好不幸咧，就係佢哋好似香港其他嘅情況一樣咧，都係好商業化。咁佢哋即係從商業嘅角度去做嘢啦。
So it's a little bit expensive, and the classes are very big.
咁咧就都收得幾貴啦，同埋咧一班又好大，好多人嘅。
But the instructors of those classes are the best of any that I have been in Hong Kong.
但係嗰度即係教嗰啲導師咧，就係我識得全香港最好噶啦。
So I hope that helps.
希望幫到你啦。仲有冇邊位諗起有咩想同我哋分享啊？聽咗咁多嘢。
I'm sorry. I'll just add one more thing.
講多一樣。
That with Planet Yoga, at least they will teach you all the yoga postures. So whatever you have will also be healed, will be cured, because they will teach you all of them. 講多句咧，就係嗰一檔咧 Planet Yoga 咧，至少佢會教齊你好多嘅即係式子，咁咧等你喺不同嘅情況之下咧，都可以用出嚟醫到不同嘅病咯。So it will definitely help you. 就應該可以幫到你。
我想問下咧，即係如果我瞓得好冧，我又瞓足8個鐘頭至10個鐘頭，咁我仲需唔需要呢個靜心咧？其實因為我嗰個精神上已經有充分嘅休息㗎啦，或者我已經聽到我自己即係有個適當嘅時間可以溝通。
Well, the question is, if I sleep very well, adequately, do I still need to do meditation? I think I'm hearing my own voice, myself talking, communicating with me. I think I'm fine. Do I still need to meditate? You don't need to meditate, but you may want to meditate to get that further communication with your inner self. 你唔係真係好需要做靜心，不過咧，可能你就會發覺你好想繼續做多啲靜心咧，就同自己內在嗰個精神咧溝通得更加好。I find that with sleep, you don't always get the communication. Sleep is just healing. It gives a chance for all the cells in your body to heal and to grow healthy cells. 我嘅理解咧就係即係瞓覺咧就係一種醫治嘅過程，令你身體咧休養生息復原啦，咁令個身體嘅生理上掂翻啦，但係淨係止於咁樣嘅啫。But when you meditate, it actually quiets the mind while you are awake and alert and gives your inner self a chance to communicate with your external mind. 咁咧做靜心咧就加多一樣嘢，就係等你個心靜咗之後咧，咁於是你內在嗰個精神咧就可以同你親切咁樣溝通啦，將好多嘅嘢即係話俾你聽，等你知道。
I'd like to answer the lady's question too, because I mentioned about meditation. 我都想加多兩句。The lady assumes she slept well, but she didn't really know in fact. 其實咧，嗰位女士咧係一種假設，完全係假設。佢根本佢唔知道佢瞓緊覺嗰陣時係搞緊啲咩東東。佢已經發過一個噩夢啦，已經唔忘記。When she woke up, she has already forgotten everything in the dream. 當佢日頭以為係瞓夠咗啦，當時係精神啲嘅，其實喺入邊嘅時候咧，係嗰部機器一路咁樣喐嘅。So meditation is a must if you want a good health. 所以咧， 我哋一定要做靜心。如果你唔做咧，我相信你係得唔到一個完全嘅休息。And I like to add some words here about your chemotherapy. If you visit our website in Hong Kong Vegetarian Society, recently we just posted a web from BBC or Daily Telegraph about this chemotherapy called HRT for the ladies, estrogens, etc. therapies.
Okay.
Yeah, and the drug cannot heal the disease, but doubled the tragedies. 咁咧就喺我哋香港social學會一個網咧，啱啱咧有個網址睇到咧，就係你會發覺英國做咗啲研究咧，原來咧有啲即係英國呢啲女士咧有 cancer 即係癌症嘅病人咧，佢食嗰啲西藥咧，結果咧就係醫唔到嘅，而且咧係之後咧有1倍嘅人咧都係仲係將嗰個癌症咧係一路咁衰落去嘅。咁所以喺呢度咧我就即係建議大家唔好用 chemotherapy. That's why I suggest not to use chemotherapy now. 同時咧，大家都知道周博士亦都寫咗2本書啦，癌症嘅30封信同埋癌症嘅祝福啦，入邊都有講關於即係癌症嘅睇法啦咁。Dr. Charles also written 2 books on cancer blessings recently. So what I want to say is, if unfortunately anybody got this sort of cancer, please don't use chemotherapy. 就因為通常即係用嗰個化療咧，其實咧就不但止係醫唔到你個病，而且咧係好貴嘅啲藥嚇。咁點解啲人仲用呢啲化療咧？因為咧佢想生存，想條命咧繼續落去。咁冇乜辦法啦，唯有係睇西醫，就係咁樣去。咁其實咧嗰條命咧根本咧係冇㗎啦。如果你繼續用化療都係冇，佢好可能咧係將嗰個病咧即係拉遲咗2-3年嘅啫。再唔拉得多幾多年，到時嘅時候咧，嗰個結果咧都係一樣。不過咧，你即係話將啲嘢咧拖後咗，就你唔係真係英文叫做 heal 佢，你係 treat 佢。treat 同 heal 咧根本係兩回事。你一個回復你嘅狀態，同埋一個醫治嘅病咧係兩回事唔同嘅。And I find healing is different from treatment. If you heal something, you are recovering automatically from your body. But if you treat something, you are disturbing the normal function of your body. 咁所以大家應該即係睇清楚，如果唔清楚咧，睇下周博士嗰2本書啊。Thank you.
Thank you. I can elaborate a little bit on the chemotherapy. Now, normally, when people have cancer and they have been treated by chemotherapy, even when the doctor says, okay, the cancer is gone, they don't say you are cured or you are healed. They say you are in remission.
咁咧我想講多2句關於化療啦嚇。你做咗化療之後咧，個醫生唔會話你係好咗或者痊癒嘅、復原嘅。個醫生咧只不過話你暫時唔復發嘅啫。
Now, when you get the cancer, your body has to be in a certain toxic state to grow such a tumor.
嗱一個人生癌咧，就係因為佢已經個身體係毒到咁嘅程度，就要搞出成個腫瘤出嚟。
So if you just remove the tumor through chemotherapy or radiation or surgery, you haven't changed the state of your body. Your body is still the way it was before when it grew the tumor.
你割咗佢啦，你用電啦去打散佢啦，你用呢個化療去對付佢啦。你整走咗佢之後咧，你個身體嘅狀態係冇變到嘅。
Excuse me. And the doctors, they don't tell you what to do to prevent getting it again.
咁你西醫咧就唔會話俾你聽，你要做啲咩嘢先至可以令到你個身體唔會再生癌。
Your life is exactly the same as before you had the cancer. You are still eating, drinking, smoking, stressed out. It hasn't changed. The only thing is that tumor has been removed. So your body is still ripe to grow another one.
係啦，咁就算你割咗打散咗佢之後咧，你又冇改變到你嘅生活方式，你繼續係吸煙飲酒，食埋啲唔應該食嘅嘢啦，你嘅身體係一樣會繼續會生癌嘅。
So when you go and see a conventional doctor, this is what happens. All they do is they remove the tumor, but they're not interested in why your body created it in the first place.
你去睇西醫咧就係有咁嘅情況啦，佢同你整走咗嗰個腫瘤，但係咧佢冇興趣會幫你去改變你自己，等你自己唔會再生個癌。
So if you do the natural way, if you detox your body, remove all the reasons why you got the cancer in the first place, you are changing the basic constituency of your body that it cannot grow the cancer.
但係咧，如果你用自然嘅方式，即係咧你排晒啲毒啦，你令自己身體唔再有毒啦，咁你嘅身體就會掂返咯。
So that's what happens when you heal naturally. Now, when there was the SARS in April, I phoned up my doctor. My husband wanted to send me out of Hong Kong because he said, you've had cancer, your system must be weak, and they keep announcing that people with secondary illness are the ones who are getting SARS.
咁前幾個月啦，香港嘅沙士嘅情況就好嚴重啦。咁咧，我嘅老公咧就想我離開香港嘅，因為咧即係個個都話咧你如果係以前生過癌啊，或者你係身體係虛弱啊咁樣啦，就最容易會即係中招㗎啦。
So I phoned up my doctor and I told him that my husband wants me to leave Hong Kong for a while. Do you think it's necessary for me to leave?
咁我就打電話問我嘅醫生啦，我就話我老公咧就想我去避一避先，就即係以免中招。你點睇咧？
And he said to me that your immune system is better than all the people walking in the street outside. Your body has reversed cancer. It is not going to get SARS.
咁咧，我醫生就話咧，你個免疫系統咧就好過晒街上面所有嗰啲人，因為咧即係你個身體可以連癌症都解決咗啦，咁就一定唔會有機會染上沙士嘅。
Yeah, so he said, you don't need to leave Hong Kong. Even if you go and walk in the middle of the street with no mask, you won't get SARS.
咁咧，佢話咧，你唔需要離開香港嘅，就算出街咧，你完全唔戴口罩咧，你都唔會中招嘅。
So that's the difference between natural healing or healing with, or it's not healing, or curing with medicine.
呢個咧就係你用啲藥去企圖搞掂個病，同埋你真正將個成個人醫治好嘅復原個分別啦。
Like I said before, when somebody has cancer and they've got rid of the cancer with chemotherapy, they go into remission. I didn't go into remission. I was totally healed.
好多人咧生癌之後，就算搞掂咗嗰個腫瘤咧，都會復發嘅，都有復發嘅。咁但係咧，我就完全冇。We've got a few more minutes, 2 or 3 minutes.
Any more questions?
仲有邊位剩翻2-3分鐘我哋傾埋嘅。
首先我恭喜你癌症好返。
多謝。
咁第二個問題咧就我想知道咧你嗰個除毒嗰個方式全套係點樣做嘅？同埋你食嗰啲supplement係咩嚟嘅咧
Okay. First of all, I fasted for 3 weeks.
我先係斷食咗3星期。
Where I only took water and fruits.
淨係食水果飲水。
After that, I had a very basic diet.
之後咧就食好簡單嘅嘢。
Where I had only vegetables, fruit, and a protein drink.
淨係食水果、蔬菜同埋一個有蛋白質嘅飲品。What is it? What was it?
Actually, it was it's a Herbalife brand drink, but it contains all the protein that I needed. 就係用啲草藥咁樣溝成嘅，咁裏邊咧就有蛋白質。 And I was having vitamin supplements, vitamin E, vitamin C, and I was having about 10 different supplements every day, something called coenzyme Q10.
咁我咧就係食一啲維他命丸嘅，咁係一啲綜合維他命丸啦，特別係強係 C 同埋 E 嘅。
So I was doing that for as long as I could bear it, and then even when Sometimes for 1 week I would eat other foods, like I would make sure it was whole wheat. If I was having bread, I had whole wheat bread. If I was having rice, I would have brown rice or basmati rice.
咁咧，我喺嗰段時間裏面咧，盡量希望可以一路都係咁樣食到最簡單嘅嘢。就算我有時會食啲麵包，我就會一定係食全麥麵包。如果我有時食啲飯咧，就一定係食即係有機嘅糙米飯。
I was eating like this for 12 months.
咁樣咧，我就係咁樣飲食方式12個月。
And then after 12 months, I just started to eat other things, like I started to add spices and oil and butter and things like that.
咁係過咗12個月之後咧，我先食翻其他嘅香料啦，同埋油啦、牛油啊咁樣。
Today, I would say that I'm vegetarian. I try to be vegan, but sometimes it's difficult when I go out. I never eat meat, but sometimes there is dairy products in what I eat.
咁而家我係完全食素嘅，就唔可以做到純素食啦。有時因為你連牛奶、牛油都唔食咧，就係喺社交上係好困難。Anita, we thank you today. Thanks very much for coming. 咁咧，今日我哋好多謝啲同學喺度分。